Hello, everyone. I am your host, Hyatt. Welcome back to Jack and Hyatt's podcast. Today, I'm going to be kind of giving my own personal thoughts and opinions and a quote-unquote review on these Heydude boots. So, to start off with, what are Heydudes exactly? Heydudes are a shoe wear or a footwear brand that is owned by the exact same company that Crocs are owned by. So for everyone who is fucking like comparing the two companies, like which one is better, which company is a better company, it's like, shut up. They're the exact same company. Heydudes and Crocs, Heydudes and Crocs are owned by the exact same company. They even build their shoes vaguely similar, at least in their sole design. But in any case, so yeah, right here I got these Heydude boots, or boots, if you can call them boots. Really, they're really more like a shoe, to be honest. In all honesty, you wouldn't be wrong if you said that these look like a buffed up Heydude, because that's what they are. That's what these are. They are buffed up Heydudes. They are not boots. They are buffed up Heydudes. They are shoes. They are more closely related to being a tennis shoe than an actual boot. They just look like boots. That's really about it. And you can evidently tell from like these up here, the fact this is taller, the fact it's bigger, kind of like the fact that like the material that's kind of used to make it, which is like that. I think it's like fake leather, something they use. Here's a little sole design. I've worn these a little bit. These are not my Heydudes. I want to point that out real quick. These are my buddy's Heydudes that he just gave to me. These are Jack's Heydudes that he gave to me because we both had the same Heydude foot size. So, you know, I was originally going to buy my own pair, but Heydudes canceled my order because the day after I put the order in, they had just run out of fucking stock of my size, so they refunded the money and everything. You know, they gave me my money back and they told me what was wrong. So, yeah. I ended up just taking Jack's because he didn't want this anymore. Or it's not that he didn't want this anymore, he just didn't really want them, I guess, at all. He's not a huge Heydude guy. He's said that before. He's not a huge Heydude guy. He prefers Crocs. Which is, again, hilarious because they're both the same company. And people still love to bitch about the differences between the two. It's like, they're vaguely similar. They're owned by the same company. They're made for the exact same reasons. In any case, some personal critiques about it. Also, I have positive and then I have negative critiques. My positive critiques are that as far as these like little laces go, they're a lot easier to adjust to my foot and my ankle than they are on regular Heydudes. That's one thing about these that I do like. And also, I also really like how comfortable these things are. These things are very, 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 really comfortable. I can say that so many fucking times, apparently. In all honesty, it might be because my other Heydudes are broken in, and I'll show those off at some other point, but honestly, these are more comfortable, in my opinion, than the regular Heydudes. I don't know why, but they just are. Maybe it's because mine are broken in or what. But to be honest, I never really liked wearing my old Heydudes that much. Don't get me wrong, I wore them excessively because they're so comfortable. But in comparison to these, they just don't compare. These are, in my opinion, just way better. They're taller up here, you know. They're a taller footwear. I'm assuming, going to be a little bit more durable. They're not like a boot. Like I said, they're not a boot. They're just a buffed up Heydude. But they're going to be more durable. I'll tell you what, they will be more durable than a regular Heydude. They will be more durable than that. Which is kind of subpar and not saying a whole lot. I mean, it's not really hard to outdo the bare minimum. But in any case, some things I've noticed about it are that these features up here are a little useless, but are kind of over-exaggerated. You know, it's got these little pins up here, or retainers, or whatever you want to call them. It's got more spots for the laces and whatnot, more holes for the laces to go through and whatnot, and then cross over. Because on the Heydudes, there's like one up here, and then they stick out up here. for these Heydude boots, all the way up your foot. I kind of like that a little more. Again, it's not really supposed to be a boot. It's supposed to look like a boot. And in my opinion, it achieves in that regard in looking like a boot, but not actually being a boot. Yes, in my opinion, I mean, yeah, these are more comfortable. These are more comfortable than just a regular. In my opinion, these are just more comfortable than boots. Because boots, you have to break them in, and especially if you got really good quality boots, you have to break them in for a while. These kind of come in already broken in, quote unquote. They're not broken in. These shouldn't be broken in at all, really. They're used clearly, but they're not broken in. They are really comfortable though. Before and after breaking them in. Because again, I have a pair of Heydudes over there, just right down the floor over there, and they should be thrown away by this point. I should have threw them away about a month ago or so. But I digress. One negative critique I will say is that it's a little stiff back here, and I have another pair of boots that are like that, and they're not that comfortable. But after, it's not that they're not comfortable. It's irritating that they're there, really. But after a while, you'll get used to it, and it's like it's not even there anymore. So it's not that big of a critique, really. Of course, another thing is, another negative critique is that with these laces, adjusting the boot to kind of like be a little bit more tighter around your foot, especially around your ankle and up here. It's still kind of a bitch to do that, just like on the normal Heydudes. But I guess on the normal Heydudes, you're not really supposed to do that, I suppose. On here, you can, and they totally work. They don't do it that well, but they do it well enough to the point where I'm so comfortable in them. Outside of that, I mean, I don't really have anything to critique this boot on. This shoe on. But I do want to bring up one thing I found kind of funny. It's on Heydude's official website. It's a bad review of these specifically, and they were bitching about how there's no ankle support. Well, I don't know if any of you can see this, but this is a flat foot boot. There's no ankle support on this boot. There's not supposed to be. There never was, never will be. It's not supposed to have any ankle support. It's a flat foot design. If you wanted ankle support, you should have gone. It's like if you're bitching about that, if you're bitching about the ankle support, you should have gotten an ankle design. You should have gotten one with an actual heel on it. One, a non-flat foot, shoe or boot. If you came looking for ankle support on these, you are in the wrong place. You made a really stupid choice. Because again, it's a flat foot design. It's not supposed to have ankle support. Because these aren't meant for hard labor or anything. Most boots, especially the more higher quality boots like Throw Goods or Red Wings, those boots, they're meant for hard work and hard labor all day on your feet. I would know. I have a fucking pair. I love them. I have a pair of Throw Goods. I absolutely love them. They're one of my favorite boots I've ever worn. After I broke them in, that is. But yeah, those have a bit of arch support on them, but in comparison to these, no. It's like you're expecting. It's like if you went into the refrigerator to go grab a hot meal, and you were expecting it to already be cooked and hot after it's been in the fucking freezer. It's like you were just looking the wrong place for the wrong thing. But outside of that, again, like I said, outside of that one stupid kind of review I saw, bitching about the lack of ankle support, not that it's supposed to have any, it's still a really comfortable boot. It's meant, again, it's like meant for Heydudes are meant for surgeons, nurses, cooks, people who are kind of on their feet all day but don't really do hard labor, who aren't blue collars or service or the service or anything like that. these boots are really not meant for those, are really meant for those non-hard-working laborers, you know. People who are still on their feet all day, or somewhat still on their feet all day, but they don't do hard work. And that's also what the Crocs are for too, as well. Especially if you go, like, if you look into like the kitchen, or, you know, the food service industry in general. In the kitchen, you know, you have to wear, or just in the food service industry, I guess, you have to wear non-slip, you know, shoes. And Heydudes and Crocs makes non-slip shoes that are in those style, that are closed toe. Well, I mean, Heydudes are always closed toe, but Crocs aren't closed toe. But they do make them for the work environment, for those specific work environments. And again, that's what these are for. You can tell just by the look of them. You can tell by their sole, by their outsole. You can even tell by the insoles and stuff. It's a flat foot design. It's not meant for hard work. It's not meant for arch support. It's a flat. It's flat foot. It's meant for people who are on their feet all day, but are not doing hard work. That's all it's for. Or not all it's for, but you know, that's what their intent was. But in any case, enough of me rambling like an idiot, probably giving a really stupid take, but in my uneducated, fucking stupid ass opinion, this is a decent footwear. It's not bad. You could do better, I guess, but for what it's trying to achieve, it hits that goal fairly well, and personally, I don't hate it. Anyways, end of video. Fuck you.